Let's now move on to log in the user's number of attempts. Now, the reason we're doing this is because we have a easy and a hard mode to begin our game. So once the user reaches either 5 attempts or 10, this is how we know the game is over. We can also log this number of attempts just here too, so you can also see how far into the game you are. To do this, let's go and create a variable up at the top of our script called attempts, and initially set this to be 0. After this, we'll then need to increase this value by 1 each time the user has entered something into the input field. So down to our compare guess function, I'm going to set this just before our if statement. So we need to increment this attempts variable by 1 each time the user has made a guess. We can do this with attempts ++, and this will increment the current value by 1. So currently this is the value of 0, and for each guess it will go to 1, and then 2, and so on. We then need to update the DOM, which is our section just here. And if we go to our index page, and then scroll down, we need to update this span with the ID of attempts. So let's grab this by the ID. And then set the inner HTML to be equal to our variable, which is attempts. Okay, let's give this a try. If we go to easy mode to begin, we have 10 attempts for this, so we can add any numbers inside of here. And this is increased with each guess. We will make sure that the player cannot go over the maximum number of attempts very soon. But for now though, we're just going to simply update the message to the user. So inside the else section just here, this is when they get their guess correct. We can also add to this section and let the user know how many attempts they got it correct in. So we can say you got it in, and then add our attempts variable. And then also add to the end a string of attempts. For example, this would say you got it in 4 attempts and so on. So let's give this a go. Let's try the easy setting and see if we can get this correct. So we're too high, 30, 10, 20, 15, 12. And there we go. So the correct number was 14 and we got this in 8 attempts. Good, so with this now all working, let's now move on to adding our difficulty settings in the next video.